I'm going to speak in English. And actually, former Executive Secretary of CODESRIA, Dr. Brima Sal, members of the CODESRIA Executive and Scientific Committee, all protocol observed. I wanted to begin my quick comments with a story, a real story. And I think this story involves me and someone I had never met until this morning, Professor Adamase Maseku. Shortly after I assumed the position of Executive Secretary of CODESRIA, one of the very first emails I received was from Professor Adamase Maseku. And it was an invitation to a forum on the humanities. And that happened in 2017. Then it happened in 2018. And I think it also happened in 2019. And in each of these invitations, I unfortunately could not make it. And in one instance, I could actually not make it at the very last minute. Which is why the special invitation this time to partner with the number of partner organizations making for this conference under the direct urging of my big sister, Dr. Marema Touretiam, was special for me. It was special because it made sense that in the context of the uncertainties that we face in the world today, in the context of the difficulties around travel and movement and the dictates, of course, of social distancing, it made sense that CODESRIA does everything to be present in Bamako. And so on behalf of the Executive Committee of CODESRIA, the Scientific Committee, and members of the community of scholarship in the social sciences and humanities, I want to extend my gratitude both directly to Dr. Marema Toure, but to UNESCO, to Trust Africa, to all other organizations that have helped put this meeting together, because it constitutes a beginning that we must carry forward beyond today. It constitutes a necessary intervention for very many reasons, but perhaps one stands out most importantly, that we are meeting in Mali. As a first-year student in history in a distant university somewhere in Kenya, I learned about Amadou Hampâté Bâ. I learned about the great libraries in Timbuktu. I learned about things about this country and this region that perhaps not too many students across the continent get to share. And I learned, therefore, that listening, paying attention is important, because as Hampâté Bâ said, the mouth of an old man might smell bad, but it speaks good and salutary things. And there's no doubt in my mind today that I'm sitting close to the mouth of an old man. I'm not listening, I'm not sensing the smell. I'm listening to the wisdom. And this wisdom needs to radiate from Mali to the rest of the continent. One of the important books that CODESRIA has published, edited by Professor Suleiman Bashir Jan and Professor Shamil JP from South Africa, is titled The Meaning of Timbuktu. I understand that that project began when the former president of Mali invited the former president of South Africa to visit the libraries in Timbuktu. And there started an important partnership for which CODESRIA and the Human Sciences Research Council were mobilized to participate. The book, unfortunately, the English edition has already gone out of print, but the French version is still available. And that book, I think, helps us begin to ground ourselves as CODESRIA in partnership with everybody present for a journey that we need to take in growing the Forum for Humanities in Africa beyond today. So on behalf of CODESRIA, I want to dedicate myself to the possibilities that we are going to have these forums running into the next year and beyond. Indeed, from CODESRIA, we have just started a project that is focusing on the Sahel, and we'll be coming back to Mali. We'll be going to Burkina Faso. We'll be going to all the countries in the region to say we cannot, as CODESRIA, come from where we come from and run a project in the humanities in this region with people who come from elsewhere. We must run that project with people who belong to this tradition. Because at the end of the day, the people who need to learn more about the traditions, about the cultures, about the arts and the music from this region are the young ones whom we are bringing up. So I want to invite universities from Mali to join us in this project. We'll be coming back on a special visit, and I want to thank Professor Adama Semasekuru for allowing us to have this opportunity. I want to thank Marame, and I want to thank the government of the Republic of Mali for being open to these possibilities. Thank you very much.